Really hope y'all didn't think I was kidding. I'm literally by a river for Riverside Chats. There's actually an otter over there. Welcome to Riverside Chats, powered by Riverside.fm. Today we're going to talk about how there was an internet cellular outage for like a good chunk of the morning this week. And a lot of people didn't know what to do. People were stuck in SOS mode and people just had no service. It kind of makes you think, if social media and the internet completely disappeared, what would you do? How would you pivot into another job field? And what would that exactly be? I kind of want to I'd be a chef or something, you know? I would start making food. And I think food's on my mind because this week's guest is ItsEpicEats STL, who is a food creator here in St. Louis, who documents the real experiences and the real actual things that happen when he goes to restaurants. I'm excited for you to see this because it's also a different style, because we went to go eat spicy food and it's in a car and it's a different format for the podcast. I like being experimental with this thing. I want to have fun with the podcast. I want to go crazy with it. And I want to bring you guys something that's not just the same as everyone else. Everyone's starting a podcast nowadays. And I can do stuff like this because of partners like Riverside.fm, which is an amazing software that I've used to record with my buddy Luke, who's actually in LA. That's going to be next week's episode. Like, if the internet gets buggy and like I'm seeing glitchy and the audio is like doing that weird thing where it like stretches out syllables and stuff, you don't have to worry about that because everything is recorded locally. You don't have to do podcasts on there. Like, you don't have to just be a podcaster. You can be somebody that's doing interviews. You can be somebody that's doing conferences. You can have panel speakers. You can do meetings. You can do all these things and have a way to document this stuff. With that said, let's get into today's episode with ItsEpicEats STL.
Today, I am joined by ItsEpicEats. Hey, I hate whenever navigation talks. It's just like, it's too obnoxious. It's something that doesn't need to happen.
Right.
Like, just shut up.
Like when you're trying to listen to music, the music goes down when they start talking. Like, bro, I'm in the middle of a nice verse.
I hate when the beat drops. And then the GPS voice is like, turn left onto Kings Highway Boulevard. I'm like, bro, can you shut up? Oh my God. Okay. So first of all, tell the people, as we're on the way to this place, who are you?
Yes. Like I said, I'm ItsEpicEats, STL, IG, food vlogger, whatever you want to call it, but food reviewer.
You're also an award-winning vlogger, aren't you?
Oh, an award-winning vlogger.
Look at that. Look at that.
I'm
two award-winning vloggers in a Tesla. You and I actually go way back.
Yeah.
We actually go way back.
Way back.
I've known you longer than any other creator in the city.
That's
true. That's because we used to work together at Aeropostale. At the Mills Mall, bro. Man, that was crazy.
The days at the Mills Mall, man.
Do you have any like crazy stories from whenever we worked there? Because I know one right off the top of my head.
What's that?
I think I might have told you this, but there was one time, it was like during Black Friday or something. And there was this old guy with, I think, his granddaughter or like his great nephew or niece or some crap. And he was asking me, because I was on fitting rooms that day. He was like, yo, so is there like an open fitting room? And I'm like, no, they're all occupied. I'll let you know whenever one opens up. Like, I have like a list in my head of like who's supposed to be going in next.
Mm-hmm.
So then he looks around, like after I say this to him, he looks around, he grabs a purse off the purse rack, and he just throws it in the fitting room, and then the girl inside shrieks. And then he just like walks away, puts down the clothes and just walks out.
Okay.
Abandons his great niece or whatever.
Interesting.
Do you remember this?
No, I don't. Actually, nah. I'll say the worst thing I found a tampon.
Really?
One of the clothing rooms, yeah.
Was it used?
Yeah, it was used.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Not the seasoned tampon, bro.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Are you serious?
Uh-huh.
Ugh.
Nasty, bro.
In the fitting room?
Uh-huh.
Fitting rooms, people just be leaving shit there.
Yep.
They just don't care.
They don't.
And sometimes it's like you find bags and stuff though, and I'm like, how do you walk out and just like not realize that you don't have things with you?
Right.
I'm not the type to like forget my phone, my wallet, my keys. I like do a mental check of everything.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, it's the meals, man. It's not,
That's true. But like, Even the mills, you think that people got to be a little smarter than that?
You would think. People don't go to malls no more, man.
It's
facts. Amazon, shopping online.
Yeah, I mean, online shopping kind of killed them all.
Mm-hmm.
But like also, like there are so many deals online. Like I feel like they kind of did it to themselves because they used to be like, oh yeah, we got this online exclusive. It's like, for what? What made you start creating content around food and like why like what sparked that?
I would say 2020 when COVID started.
Okay.
I mean, because before that, I was just a regular guy eating like Wendy's, McDonald's,
Eating Wendy's.
going to Applebee's.
Ooh.
But
You ready
when
for
2020 started.
You ready for this?
Okay. Like a spaceship, man?
Isn't that crazy?
That's nice.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It knocks the damn thing off rotation.
Dang, that was like nice. I like that.
I'm gonna try to sell you on a Tesla during this podcast.
I'm not getting on Tesla.
Do you hear how quiet it is though?
I still can hear stuff.
Yeah, well that's because like physics and shit outside.
Yeah, but
I
still can hear it. Ain't no space up in this mug.
What are you talking? They got bigger ones.
You can keep your Tessie.
Well, it'd be nice if I could, but this is a rental, which actually leads us to today's sponsor, Hertz. Hertz is the one that was responsible for allowing me to have this Tesla for a week. I've been doing a YouTube video on it, actually, trying to decide if it's worth buying or renting an EV in St. Louis. And yeah, you just got to go watch the video. It'll be linked in the show notes, in the description. You'll be able to go find it. The renting process was super easy, super seamless, and I mean, overall, the support has been amazing from them. So I got to give a shout out to today's sponsor for allowing me to share this with ItsEpicEats. Where did the name ItsEpicEats come from? Because you started making this content during the panorama.
Right.
Where did ItsEpicEats come from?
Ah, man. So I had a name before. I forgot what the name was before. It was something like, I don't even remember actually. But with ItsEpicEats, I didn't want to put I saw a lot of content creators put their name in their title.
Yeah.
So I was like, I didn't want to put my name on it because I don't want it to be focused on me. I don't want whatever I create. Oh, his name is this. Oh, I wanted the content to be about what I'm posting. The food, the restaurant.
So you were in this for the food to get the clout, not you.
Right.
Okay.
Because, like I said, I saw a lot of creators having their name on there. So
yeah.
I was like, let me see. So I picked Epic. Because I know it's different than Epic Eats. Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay.
Not that simple, not that over.
It's not like a super crazy extravagant story.
Yeah.
It's like you just want the food to be the focus.
Mm-hmm. And like I started off when I was making my, when I was doing photos.
Yeah.
And videos. Well, mainly I did photos at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Just posting that. Nobody know who I was posting it. But then that's when I caught up with Brad and STL.
Mm-hmm.
And even you. You guys was doing blogs.
Yeah.
A lot of them back then. And I was like, and then you guys encouraged, man, you should start doing that,
Mm-hmm.
And Brad talking, saying like, put your face out there more. And so once I started doing that, I was like, okay, I see what it is, vlogging.
Yeah. It's like once you start doing it, you get hooked pretty easy. Because then it's like a creative outlet. And on top of it being a creative outlet, it's just fun.
Yeah.
And the perks that come with it are pretty cool, I would say. But
yeah. But the reason I started back in 2020, the reason was because I saw a lot of restaurants failing or not getting a lot of business because of COVID. So I was like, what can I do to support, give my 2 cents to the community.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to do something with food and, posting it and stuff.
Yeah.
So my wife just said, hey, just go ahead and start the page and, just go from there. And so, after that point, I stopped eating chain stuff.
Yeah.
I go to Wendy's here and there, but anything else is local food.
Okay, so you've been primarily focused on local.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of tell the people where you're taking me today. Or I guess where I'm taking us.
So where the Tessie is taking us.
Yeah, where's the Tessie taking us? If this person wants to get over.
We're going to Chuck's Hot Chicken. You know, I came here lots of times, love their chicken tenders. I would say, if I had to pick, these are the best tenders out of St. Louis.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty strong, strong word.
Hey, I'm sticking to it.
Well, I mean, you're no stranger to spice because you and I both were in the Chicken Out Fryer Fest.
Yes.
And for those that are unfamiliar, it's a take on Fire Fest, which, failed, but this was a success. And there's like 2 different challenges. One is a spice challenge where they come up with this, what do they call it? Like a ghost reaper sauce or whatever. Hellfire sauce, which is like ghost peppers, Carolina Reapers, like a bunch of stuff mixed together. And you had to eat like a certain number of tenders within a certain time period. And then from there, you have to like sit and bask in it.
Like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was crazy.
No drinking, no nothing.
But you were a 2-time champion. Won twice.
Yeah.
Like the first year, I was kind of like, okay, this guy is actually crazy and like delusional because he just like went through this with no problem, didn't even break a sweat. The second year, you did it again. So like, have you always been able to tolerate spicy food like that?
Honestly, no. Honestly, when I went into the first time, it was 2, the 2 competitions. It was a spice and then the quantity round.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't gonna be able to eat like 20 tenders in like 5 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, those people were crazy.
Crazy. I don't know how they did
They were like
that.
making
Jason?
paper mache.
I don't know how he did that, bro. But I knew I couldn't survive eating a whole bunch of tenders in under a couple of minutes. So I was like, I'm gonna just try my hand in some hot. And so I tried it. And once I started eating it, I realized, it's not really that hot to me. And so
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know. But I just bashed it. But then this past one, I thought it was gonna be a different sauce.
Yeah.
So when I started eating it, it was the same sauce. I was like, oh man, this child's play. So yeah. So I guess I can tolerate hot
So
stuff.
you just kind of like built up the tolerance for it.
But I didn't though. I didn't even practice or nothing before.
It just happened.
Yeah, it just happened.
Like you just discovered it.
Yeah.
You were like, oh wow, I can actually do this for real. Okay. So would you have any advice for people like me that aren't hitting like ghost peppers and eating them like they're potato chips? Do you have any advice for people to like help them tolerate the heat when they do spicy food?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I tried.
Well,
there was like, I remember there was somebody that told me like ketchup was too spicy for them. And I'm like, yeah, you actually have problems.
Oh, so yeah,
and then like,
weird with that. Maybe it's the acidity in the tomatoes, but I don't
think, if you can't handle ketchup,
man.
what do you eat stuff with?
But it's true.
What do you eat stuff with?
I don't like ketchup though.
Okay, then what condiment do you use if you're not going?
Barbecue sauce.
Thank you. Oh my God, I finally feel seen.
Yeah,
everybody talks
sauce.
to me like I'm crazy for barbecue sauce.
Nah, barbecue sauce is condiment.
It's it's the best sauce.
Any variation of it.
Seriously, like you got hot barbecue, you got sweet honey barbecue. Like there's so many ways that you can apply this to what you eat. But no, barbecue sauce is so weird. Ooh. We're about to pull up to this place, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna get some food. It's gonna be great. We're gonna sample this in the Tessie, and it's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be a blast.
Yeah, I came here once before and I did a review on them. So if you go to my page, you would see one of the top videos is Chuck's Hot Chicken, and I rated it. But yeah, man, I love the spot, man. So what level it goes from 0 to 6? Where you think you can handle?
So I'm gonna be honest. I was just casual. I wasn't even seeking out this information. I just got on Reddit, and I'm in the St. Louis subreddit, and the first post on my homepage was Chuck's Hot Chicken level 6 is crazy. Like I'm not even kidding. It was like a posted. Oh, it's on the left? Okay. Well then let me get over. Oh, I see it. There it is. We have secured the bag. Apparently I'm gonna need this. Am I gonna need this?
Not right now.
No, well, I'll keep it over here. we have gloves as a disclaimer for this food. So whenever we walked into this place, immediately Orlando, I bring up there's a scale from 1 to 6, 5 and 6 being off menu.
Beware.
There's a buyer's warning. I walked in and said, "Yeah, let's try level 4," and he looked at me like I'm a punk. So naturally, I'm going to put myself through some shit on camera. And let's see how capable I am as an interviewer. If not, if I could do this, hot ones, I'm coming for your job. But if not, I mean, I'm wearing gloves. Right? This man handed me gloves to do this. So is there like a procedure to like, why the gloves? What's the deal with that with spicy food?
I mean, you want the spicy stuff on your fingers? Be on your fingers all day. You wipe the face.
So like, what happens if like you rub your eyes or something?
What you mean?
What happens if like you eat the spicy food? You're like, damn, that's good, and then you like wipe your nose or something. Is that a problem?
You gonna be messed up. What do you mean?
Look. Some people don't know that. Okay, I know that. I know like you gotta wash your hands. Don't touch your eyes. Don't touch anything when eating spicy food. But you're the spice king, so like. Technically, you outrank me with the spice knowledge. All right.
Hey, I just eat.
He's being humble about it.
All
right. He's a 2-time winner.
I don't say I'm the spice king and then I just eat.
Apparently, level 1 is like the beginner. There's a level 0, but level 1 is like the warm up.
Those mugs look nice.
What do they call this kind of video? A mukbang?
A mukbang?
Yeah. Is that what they call this shit?
Mukbang.
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 Or whatever you call it.
You want some ranch or no?
Nah, I'm good. I don't like ranch. Am I going to need ranch? Will that help?
You don't like ranch?
I don't like ranch.
You a blue cheese person?
Sure.
I gotta have a pickle on that.
That's a good tender. Yo, that's
far, ain't it? I told you. That's why I said Chuck's for tenders. It's my top.
I'm gonna be going back.
Mm-hmm.
Whoo! That's a good portion. Generous.
Definitely a good portion.
Oh, that's a good fry. So how do you go about judging these places? Like you're sitting here eating a fry.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like go without fry and then fry with sauce?
Yes.
Okay.
You gotta taste the main thing first, and then try it with the sauce.
So you know what? From creator to creator, if there's a place that you don't like, what do you do? Because I know what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have a procedure for that.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I think there's a misconception that like, I don't know, that people will bash you on social media and like talk smack about you. But like, especially whenever we're St. Louis focused people, like we try to build the community up and we try to do good. Mm-hmm. So what do you do in a situation where you go to a restaurant and you're actually not a fan of the food?
Now, it depends. So with me, if I go to a restaurant and completely don't like anything I got there, I won't post it.
Okay.
Which, I mean, people would, but I would write a review on Yelp. Yeah, I would write a review.
Are you a Yelper?
Yes, I am.
What? Are you Yelp Elite?
Yes, I am.
What the heck? Okay. Yeah. We'll get into that in a minute.
But if I go to a restaurant which I might start switching that up too, because a lot of people want to know, like, if you had a bad experience and what it is and stuff like that. But with that, it's not like I'm going out here trying to bash the restaurant. It's a certain way to say something that is bad or didn't taste good than saying, oh, this mug is trash. Yeah. This restaurant don't come here. No, because at the end of the day, we trying to support, local businesses. And it is disrespectful to trash somebody's restaurant. But if I go to a restaurant and I like certain dishes, but I don't like certain other dishes, I would put that all in the video. I would say I love this dish, but if I'm not a fan of something, I'd be like, but I wasn't a fan of this. This was kind of too salty for me. This spice wasn't really hot to me, even though it said it was hot.
That's every spice to him, though.
Yeah.
Like, bro's about to eat level 5 and not even sweat.
But yeah, so I don't want to say if I had a dish and I didn't like it myself in a restaurant, I'm not gonna put it out there. Oh, this wing or something was good, even though I didn't like it. I'm gonna be transparent and say, yo, it wasn't for me, you know. That way, I mean, the restaurant will still see, okay, maybe we can switch them up, maybe here and there. But if they don't, they don't, you know. But I just want to be transparent with that aspect. But as far as like, I never went to a restaurant that I was completely flabbergasted. That was disgusting.
I haven't either.
Yeah, so
I haven't been to like a restaurant or an experience that I've been like,
the whole thing.
The whole thing
trash.
is like like there's no redeeming this. Like I've never been to that.
Right, I haven't either.
But I find it interesting though because with what we do, there's a lot of power and responsibility that comes with it because people pay attention to what we post and people pay attention to what we say. So it's almost strange though because like there is a level of like you want to be honest and straightforward with people, but at the same time like you don't want to be harming another business because this is how somebody, you know, pays their mortgage, feeds their kids. Like this is crucial. So typically if I'm like not a fan of an experience or not a fan of something, I like to try to talk to the business about it. Hey, so I had this experience. I wasn't that big on it. Or I had this dish and it wasn't that great. Or, you know, I like to be blunt and honest about that stuff because that helps people improve. And I mean, I would hope that people would do the same like with my content also. Like if they don't vibe with a certain piece of content or they're not like, oh, that was kind of a flop. Like I would rather somebody be honest with me and transparent instead of like, oh, everything is great. Everything is perfect. It's like, not everything's going to be perfect. Do you have questions ready in case I'm incapable of?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Man, you can smell it. It just smells like death.
Does ranch help?
No.
Oh shit. Ooh, I'm smelling colors now.
You're smelling colors.
I'm smelling colors and I am tasting sounds. I feel the reverb on my taste buds. You're gonna eat this whole thing?
Yeah.
What is happening? What is that? Wait.
The heat.
Wait, the heat gives you hiccups?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be real though. I was expecting it to hit harder. I was expecting I'm gonna be sobbing.
Oh no.
Was like, don't get me wrong, I'm feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
You see the tears?
Mm-hmm. I got two too.
He's got tears.
Yeah, right there.
What?
All right, so Dante, what got you started in your creation? Why did you start doing vlogs?
Why did I start making vlogs? Started as a hobby. And then I was like, I went from being like a content consumer to a content creator because I thought I could do it. I don't know. I just wanted to do something different than like what I was creatively used to. Also because I used to draw. I used to like make comics. Graphic design was my major. So I wanted to take a stab at something different. That's whenever vlogs kind of came about because I used to watch Casey Neistat a lot. So I was like, I could probably do something similar to this, but like in my little college town. And then when I moved back here to St. Louis, that's whenever I was like, okay, St. Louis doesn't have this. Why don't I be the first? Answer me honestly. How many YouTubers that are making content about St. Louis do you know of?
None.
So I saw an opportunity and I was like, let me take it. Let me shoot my shot. Excuse me. Let me try this. And it was great. I found a good level of success with it, you know.
Right.
But like, I don't know. It was cool. Like just uplifting the city and showcasing what life really is like here because a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions that are skewed about St. Louis. Yep. So I was like, yeah, they're like, if you step outside, you die, right? I'm like, no.
Are you going to finish your tender?
Look, man, I'm not trying to figure out how autopilot works to get back. I'm like, so you see what 2 bites did to me? You see how greasy the outside of my...
Yeah.
There's a problem.
But as far as the St. Louis food scene, what do you see like some of the problems are?
With the food scene?
Yeah.
Ooh. I would say, I think that we have not been challenged enough. And I think that we're so stuck in traditions and like what most people consider good that like, if you think about like alcohol and stuff,
right?
There's got to be more to St. Louis than Four Hands, Schlafly, and Una Vida.
Okay.
There's got to be more to the city than that. So I think what we need is we need more people to like...
More alcohol?
Well, like, that's just an example of like brands, you know? And then like...
What about Withered Oak?
There needs to be more talk about it then.
Yeah, a lot of people don't.
A lot of people don't talk, but it's like...
It's a good whiskey brand, like bourbon.
Well, then so I definitely want to try it because I do like whiskey and bourbon.
Yeah, I always buy their bottles.
Bro, oh my God. The reason I bring up that example is because the very premise of like how that is structured applies to food as well. It applies to like pretty much everything we have in St. Louis. Like, I know that we're more than like three things. Like, whenever
fried wings.
We're more like St. Louis style pizza. Like, okay, we get like there's Dogtown, Emos, and like, what is it, Mama Lucia's? There's got to be more. There's got to be more. I think that's my biggest problem with the St. Louis food scene is the lack of diversity and also the lack of, I think, accountability, because we need to be a city of innovation. We're in such a great spot because all these other cities they're known for their thing. And St. Louis, we have yet to get that thing. And I think that's a huge opportunity and a great place to be in. But I think we need to make more progress to finding out what that is and like developing our city's identity. Because right now, like whenever I go to other cities, like I can't even really say like what. I think that's another thing is like we're so short-sighted into like I want to be the best in St. Louis, but it's like, why don't you want to be the best in the nation?
Right.
Or at the very minimum, the best in the Midwest. You know, like we're complacent.
Chef JR, rated test, excellent. Like it's.
I took a food critic so there from out of town there.
Oh, you did? Oh yeah, I did see Darius.
Yeah. Darius. He came in from out of town and like, well, I got a lot of backlash for that episode. I'll be honest, because
I bet you did.
Because a lot of people were like, "Oh, why are you entertaining somebody that's talking smack on St. Louis?" And I'm like, you know, some could see it as talking smack, but at the same time, the dude has some points. Like, and it's shocking to me that somebody that was here for a couple days can so easily identify the city's weaknesses. Yeah,
I mean, when I saw it, some of the stuff he said wasn't wrong. It's how he said it.
Yeah. It's about delivery.
Yeah, what he said, some of the stuff I agree with what he said, but it was just how he came off, how he said it.
Yeah, there's a way to send that message.
Right. It's a way to say some certain things. And the way he was saying it was kind of disrespectful a little bit.
I agree. We did Wing Ding this year.
Yeah.
And Wing Ding it's a charity event that UCP Heartland puts on, which every year is great.
Yeah.
And it's an organization you should definitely support. The Wing Ding is essentially all these restaurants that are local, some chains also, coming together. We blindly judge wings and we just kind of rate based on like appearance, taste, and like, what was the other one? Like uniqueness or something?
Mm-hmm.
It was something like that. So like there were 3 little categories that we would rate these rings. And I just remember like I was in the traditional buffalo category and there were maybe 3 wings that actually challenged what, you know, a typical wing is.
Right.
And like I know I was in the traditional category, but that doesn't mean like you need to be so by the book.
Mm-hmm.
That was my big thing. It's like all these wings, they're just the same. And like there were a couple that really pushed the boundaries. Like one of them was like a spicy Parmesan, which I was like, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
That's different. Mm-hmm. And honestly, like I know I talk about like Chicken Out and High Point and all them, but like I respect the hell out of them because they are constantly doing new different things.
Mm.
Like they're experimenting with like, you know, like for example, a burger. They're like, what if we throw like 5 out-of-pocket toppings on this thing and see how it does?
Yeah, but it's It's one thing to be creative, another thing to be like, that's glutton, man.
Well, yeah, I never said it was healthy. If you're trying to hit your macros, don't go for this shit.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
we need like that mindset of like, I see this thing, I want to take this to the next level. I want to do something that isn't this. I want to turn this into something that has the essence of this, but is something different.
Yeah, but more healthier.
Yeah, that's another thing is we need more healthy food here. We need more healthy food here. Like, please, Crazy Bowls and Wraps, I adore, but there's we need more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't need a lot. We need another fried food spot. We don't need no more of that.
We don't. We have plenty of that. Mm-hmm. We have wings. We have a lot of dessert places.
Yeah. Chicken tenders.
We have a lot of chicken tenders. No, I'll be honest.
Fries.
This though, this is good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is one of the best. This is the best chicken tender spot.
There was somebody that posted on Reddit. I was talking about that. But they were from like the East or West Coast?
California.
But it's like, now they have a story to tell because of something like this. They were like, oh yeah, I thought it was just going to be another place. And they walked in, got to level 6 and died. Not literally, but like they ran over to...
It's Walgreens or something.
Is that a Walgreens right there? There's a Walgreens right there. And got some milk because they walked in all cocky. And now St. Louis has left an impression on them. Mm-hmm. They're forever going to know this as like, oh, that was the place that actually was past my spice tolerance.
Right.
The one place is here.
But not to go straight away from what you just talking about. Yeah. But going back to Rated Test Kitchen, man.
Oh yeah, we got off on a huge tangent.
Right. Rated Test Kitchen, man. It was so unique, man. It was protein, it was veggies. It wasn't heavy.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I loved, man. Actually have it was a nice balance. You know, it was different, creative. Mm-hmm. You know, out the box, unordinary, you know. Mm-hmm. That's what St. Louis needs more of.
I agree.
Like Chef Juan, like he's a beast. Like, yeah.
He really is. Like, we need just innovative chefs. Mm-hmm. I mean, Darius said the same thing. Is like, we need the essence and spirit of this guy. Like, we need more. We need like 5 JRs.
Yeah.
Which I agree. We need more innovation in the food scene. And I'm not saying that like
everybody else is trash.
Yeah, like this isn't a knock on like there's no shade being thrown here, but that it still holds weight to say that like we could use more of that. Mm-hmm. And there's been more popping up every now and then, but we need more. Mm-hmm. We need more. Mm-hmm. I think that's the biggest complaint I have about the St. Louis food scene is we just need more.
Yeah, me too.
We need more. There are people in this city that are ready for something new. Mm-hmm. They're itching for something new. It's just a matter of like, you just got to do it. Yep. You got to be the person to make that happen. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. That's my 2 cents on the whole St. Louis food scene. But Orlando, thank you for being on the pod. Thank you for being in the Tessie. Mm-hmm. Well, this was a different format. But then again, this is not my degree, and we like to challenge the norm here. So we're going to do different shit on the podcast. So thank you.
Oh,
I would shake your hand, but you got...
Oh, I still got the gloves on.
You got level 5.
Yeah, I pound it.
We'll do that. So if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button, follow, rate the podcast. In the show notes, you'll be able to find Epic Eats on all platforms that you are on, which is what, Instagram and YouTube?
Instagram, TikTok.
TikTok, that's another one. So you'll be able to find all of his stuff. So that's about all I got. I didn't even throw a degree in this episode. It got spared for once.
I thought you were going to throw it at the beginning.
Oh, you're right. I did throw it at the beginning. So that's where we're going to wrap up.
Okay.
Peace.